So the geniuses over at Facebook and Instagram HQ, or I mean Meta, Mark Zuckerberg and all his goonies and fellow alien lizard people, have decided that it is a good idea to combat Twitter's kind of monopoly. It's the only app of its kind, I guess, but it's not really like something huge and uncopyable as shown here. I mean, literally Meta was able to make an exact clone of it pretty easily. I'd assume it seems like it was thrown together on a whim because so many features are gone from this thing. Like there's not even like hashtags or DMs or like a functional search bar at this point, so it's way behind on the times in terms of technology, but it looks like they put the app together pretty quickly anyways in order to combat the recent fall of Twitter. I'm assuming they wouldn't have gone and taken this opportunity unless, Twitter's goofs that are happening right now have happened. I mean, when they saw that Twitter was instituting a like daily tweet limit where you can only read like 300 tweets a day or something, they're like, oh, this is the perfect time to strike and take another piece of the market share and just have a complete monopoly over every social media platform. Like if TikTok started to like decline because of something, I guarantee they'd make a TikTok clone, like its own separate app. Not just like Instagram Reels, they make their own separate app. Because I mean, their ultimate goal is to just own everything, have a complete monopoly. And I mean, it makes sense from their perspective. It's utterly terrifying from, any sane person's perspective. Don't get me wrong, competition is great, and I'm glad that Threads is here. But it's also kind of like, I really don't want to root for Zuckerberg here because I don't want him to own 3 of the major social media apps. Now, I'm not defending Twitter. I'd rather use Twitter than Threads because I feel like they're both going to end up at the same like level of brain rot and just a terrible place to be. Like they're both just going to be sad, barren wastelands of depression and angst and all the nasty things and bad news in the world, as well as all the stupid people are going to flock there, just probably like Twitter. Now, there are, some salvageable parts of Twitter, some good people, some good content, but that just comes with any social media platform. But as a whole, it's not that great, and I don't regularly use it other than like maybe 2 accounts. I think I follow like Mr. Beast and Albert, who post like goofy stuff and memes. But my point being is that, Threads is definitely a rip on Twitter. There's no doubt about it. There's no denying that. But there are some catches to it that I'm going to, share in this video because I feel like it might be helpful. The first bit of juicy news I'm going to get into is the data that Threads requires whenever you download the app and sign up. It has access to your health and fitness, financial info, contact info, user content, browsing history, usage data, diagnostics, purchases, location, contacts, search history, identifiers, sensitive info, and other data. Without even knowing what that other data is, that is just absolutely terrifying. I mean, why does it need that much for a literal Twitter app? I don't know. I know that they use targeted ads, but this is clearly like a data mining ploy. And that's another thing that I'm not afraid of. Twitter's got problems on its own. I mean, the tweet limit was stupid. That's going to kill it and probably flocks people over to here. But their whole business model over here at Threads and Meta and all that is literally just data collection. That's all they do. That they probably make more money from that than the ads they actually show on the website. So not too big a fan of that. So that's one of my main problems with it. But that is absolutely terrifying, and I will not be downloading Threads. On top of that, another insult to injury to Threads is that a Threads profile can only be deleted by deleting your Instagram account along with it. It says like Meta officially. Now they are working on a solution, but as of now in the foreseeable future, they're linked together. Like whoever you're following on Instagram, when you get Threads, you're following them. You see all the same stuff. It's completely linked. So if you go to delete your Threads stuff, it deletes your Instagram stuff. It's all one Meta Instagram account, which is very unoptimized, and you could tell this is rushed because they didn't even have time to fix this or consider this a problem. They just saw that Twitter had taken like a bullet to the face and was like, okay, we got to go in now. They just dropped this instantly, hoping to, get Twitter while it was down and out. Here's a good video from Carter PCs on Threads that I'm going to let him explain and kind of give some commentary and thoughts on it.
I was wrong about Threads. Now, it still does have a long way to go before it's better than Twitter feature-wise, but it's actually doing something different than Twitter that I didn't expect. If you've signed up already, you'll know that this app is literally just an extension of Instagram. You link your Instagram account, you get the same username, you follow all the people that you follow on Instagram on Threads.
Yeah, so it's completely linked, so that kind of makes sense why the accounts delete, but don't really agree with it, and I hope that they do fix it in the future.
Automatically get connected to all the people that you actually want to hear from. The app just feels more personal because it's using all of your personal information that they've collected on Facebook and Instagram.
They collect a lot of data. I'm not sure if that's worth it to feel more personal with the app, for them to literally know every name of every family member, every purchase you've ever made, and every single website you've been to in the past 10 years, your home address and all that. I don't really know if I trust them with that, but if it makes your experience more personal, go for it.
Instagram and other apps. I'm still very curious on how they're going to handle things like moderation and how quickly they're going to add features, because right now it's very, very bare bones. There's no hashtags. There's no drafts for tweets. It's very simple, but I like it.
Yeah, they have like almost no features. It's so bare bones. This was probably thrown together in like 3 days from like one of their backup teams of like. Well, whilst Carter was talking about how there was no moderation, that's not really true, and this guy's going to kind of explain it, and I'm going to build onto this, because that isn't really what's going on here, and there are some serious, risks going on if you do kind of violate some things.
If you connected your Instagram to your Threads account, listen to this video. Any action that you do on Threads can penalize you on Instagram.
Yeah, so the bans cross over. So if you do something on Threads, you'll get banned on all the other Meta stuff, which, there's the Oculus, if you have an Oculus, which is probably the smaller one compared to, Facebook and Instagram. You don't really want to get banned on all that stuff.
This can include mass following, mass liking, mass commenting.
Which is weird that
anything that you do in bulk can penalize you not only on Threads, but also on Instagram. Instagram did this so that you can actually take Threads serious.
Which, yeah, I mean, it is a clever move because, anybody that knows what happened to Truth Social, the like Trump social media app that was basically a Twitter knockoff, kind of like Threads, it just literally got like run down by trolls in absolutely no time. I mean, it was just torn down to the ground by trolls. There was no real risk to getting banned on there, because then you either just A, make another account, or B, just move on with your life, because it doesn't matter. The platform's dead now anyways, and it was basically dead at that time anyways, so yeah, I mean, there was no real risk there, but here there is a risk. You don't want to get banned on all the other Meta stuff for messing around, so it is kind of interesting that they did this, but it's really smart, and it is a really clever move by them, but it is a little scary knowing that you could basically lose all of that with one app. It is also scary having them own like half of the entire social media share, and even more if Threads ends up working. I figured I'd just throw in one meme here because there's not a lot of memes, but this one is so uber specific and like appropriate to this exact situation that I just have to show it. I don't even know what movie this is from, but it's fantastic. It's so spot on. Is Elon Musk talking to the 2 remaining Twitter employees?
Okay. I just wanted to let you know that Zuckerberg stole our website.
Basically what happened.
Mark Zuckerberg? He stole our website. It's been live for more than 36 hours.
And that's about how long the website's been up too. It's so perfect. I cannot believe that this is a scene in some movie somewhere. It's crazy. Well, anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. If you made it to the end, maybe you did. Hopefully you did, unless you just fell asleep. Then you can go ahead and subscribe and leave a like on the video. And also, there's some more videos on screen that you'll probably enjoy as well. So with that, that's all I got for today. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.